AI bootcamps are routinely charging over $1,000 for training that Microsoft, Google, AWS, and IBM are currently giving away for free. Navigating these free options requires spending your most limited resource, time. If you pick the wrong path, you end up stuck behind hidden paywalls or studying material that doesn't match what companies are actually hiring for. To prevent that, I vetted 10 active courses from the major cloud providers to see which certifications they map to and how they translate into roles across the US, UK, and Canada. Bypassing a paid bootcamp means you can't just take these at random. You have to match a specific sequence of these free courses directly to your current technical baseline and your ultimate career goal. First up is Microsoft Learn's Beginner Path. Get started with AI apps and agents on Azure. In 6 modules, you learn how to use Azure AI Foundry, Microsoft's unified platform for designing and testing AI models, to actually build generative AI applications, text analysis, and computer vision workloads. If you are taking this course, start a 1-page cheat sheet. Write down every Azure AI service mentioned, what it does, and one real-world use case. That single sheet will help bridge the gap between watching the videos and passing the official Azure AI 900 exam. This chart shows how these courses stack up. Because this path aligns with Microsoft's official certification roadmap, it sits firmly in the moderate effort, high certification impact zone. The obvious trade-off is that your skills are strictly locked into the Azure ecosystem. Second is the IBM Artificial Intelligence Fundamentals Learning Plan on IBM Skills Build. You cover machine learning versus deep learning, natural language processing, neural networks, and you do a hands-on simulation building a model inside IBM Watson Studio. The immediate payoff here happens at the finish line. You earn an official IBM Artificial Intelligence Fundamentals digital credential on Credly, completely free. Clocking in at over 10 hours, it is a heavy time sink for an introductory course. But for junior roles like an AI intern or data analyst in Tier 1 markets, having an IBM badge on your resume provides a highly authoritative signal to hiring managers. Third, we have Google AI Essentials. This is a roughly 2-hour practical guide focused on using AI tools for workplace brainstorming, research, and responsible prompting. The target audience here is strictly non-developers. If you are a manager or a marketing professional, this gives you the baseline workplace literacy you need to use AI efficiently. However, this is entirely about operational productivity. If your goal is to actually build AI models or engineer cloud solutions, this course offers zero technical value. Course number 4 is Google's Introduction to Generative AI microcourse. It breaks down what generative AI is, how it's used across industries, and how it differs from traditional machine learning. At only 30 minutes long, this is a low-friction quick win. You can literally finish the entire thing during a single daily commute. The return on investment here is purely conceptual. You will walk away with the exact vocabulary required to follow AI conversations in workplace meetings, but you won't gain any actionable technical depth. This graph shows the jump in difficulty when we reach Course 5, Google's Machine Learning Crash Course, or MLCC. This program dives heavily into linear and logistic regression, neural networks, and AutoML, which are automated tools that simplify applying machine learning to real-world problems. Used internally at Google and now open to everyone, this requires roughly 15 hours of intense self-study, complete with mandatory Python coding exercises and visualizations. This math and time investment acts as a primary filter. Completing this gauntlet separates casual AI users from candidates aiming for junior machine learning engineer roles. Course 6 comes from Amazon Web Services. Under their AI Ready initiative, AWS Educate offers Introduction to Generative Artificial Intelligence, which focuses heavily on foundation models and high-level business use cases. Foundation models are large AI models trained on vast amounts of unlabeled data that can be adapted to many different downstream tasks. Unlike the dense coding exercises in the Google ML Crash Course, AWS keeps this material highly conceptual, completely separate from their technical developer tracks.
That makes this an effective track for product managers, consultants, and business analysts. You get exactly what you need to discuss AWS generative AI projects without having to write a single line of code. Staying with AWS, Course 7 is Foundations of Prompt Engineering. This 4-hour intermediate course covers complex techniques like zero-shot, few-shot, and chain-of-thought prompting. The real value here is extraction. If you are preparing for cloud architect roles, you can pull these specific prompt architectures directly from the course to use as concrete technical examples during your interviews. Be aware, this course is designed for those with an existing baseline. You must already understand foundation models to actually apply these advanced techniques. Course 8 is ChatGPT Prompt Engineering for Developers, created jointly by DeepLearning.ai and OpenAI. Andrew Ng and an OpenAI engineer walk you through large language model basics and how to build a custom chatbot using the OpenAI API. It takes about an hour and a half to complete. More importantly, the Python code notebooks you generate during the exercises can be repurposed into a tangible portfolio for freelance work on platforms like Upwork or Fiverr. This course is currently free during the DeepLearning.ai platform beta. You should take advantage of this specific window to turn a small-time investment into freelance projects before it moves behind a paywall. Course 9 is the Microsoft Azure AI Fundamentals AI 900 Exam Prep Specialization on Coursera. This is a 5-course series built directly with Microsoft, covering Azure AI workloads, computer vision, and natural language processing. The platform will prompt you for payment, but you can bypass this. When the payment screen appears, look past the bright button and click the tiny text link that says Audit this course. This gives you free access to all the videos and reading materials. While auditing means you won't receive the official Coursera certificate or graded assignments, you can still access all the proprietary knowledge required to pass the actual Microsoft certification exam. Finally, Course 10 is the Machine Learning Specialization by Andrew Ng, delivered via DeepLearning.ai and Stanford on Coursera. This dives deep into supervised learning, neural networks, and practical machine learning in Python. Make no mistake, this is a multi-week commitment. It requires university-level math and serious dedication to get through the supervised and unsupervised learning models. Looking at our chart, this sits in the extreme top right corner. It will be too dense for casual learners, but if you push through, it provides a mathematically rigorous, story-driven technical foundation for engineering interviews. Now that we have the raw materials, taking these 10 courses in a random order destroys their return on investment. They must be sequenced to actually replace a bootcamp. This flowchart organizes your roadmap. In Phase 1, representing your first week, you combine the Google Generative AI microcourse and Google AI Essentials to establish rapid baseline literacy. Moving into Phase 2, covering weeks 2 and 3, you reach a divergence point. Here, you can choose either the Azure track or the AWS track to establish your cloud fundamentals. In Phase 3, spanning weeks 3 through 6, the paths converge back together. You will use the 10-hour IBM Skills Build course to broaden your knowledge across AI ethics and neural networks, and to secure a verifiable credential. Phase 4 is where the difficulty spikes. Over weeks 6 to 10, you tackle the math and coding required by the Google Machine Learning Crash Course and the Stanford Specialization, using the Coursera audit method we discussed earlier. Finally, Phase 5 is ongoing. You will utilize the OpenAI and AWS prompt engineering courses to build out a portfolio of prompts and small projects you can show to clients or employers. I have put all the direct course links and this complete step-by-step roadmap in the video description below, so you don't have to hunt for the correct versions. Organizing these courses into a logical progression provides the same technical depth as a paid bootcamp without the $1,000 price tag. Tell me in the comments which cloud provider you want a dedicated exam prep series for next, Azure, AWS, or Google, and subscribe to follow this roadmap as it evolves.